What's happening here? Ah, there we go. Okay, looks like we're both live. Let me jump over to YouTube. Live. Ah, yes. Mute that. Oops, can't have that up there. Can't have that up there either. Good stuff. Good stuff. Todd Tyler, Davis Dyson, No Name, Charles Bailey, Buck Miller, Monta HD. How is it going? What is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Is Facebook live? Is Facebook live? I'm not sure if Facebook is live right now. It says I've got 11 people, 12 people watching on Facebook. Another day, same intro. Anybody watching on Facebook, can you please write in? Can you please say something in the chat? For some reason, my system is showing. Good day, Davis. Welcome back to the live stream. Pseudo-named. Go check out my my clips channel. Do one more test. Gala and Cleaver against Jorgen. Nah. We're not gonna do testing today. Jordan, I'm well. How about yourself? Facebook is good, but for some reason, okay, so for those of you on Facebook, I'm not seeing your chat, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. So let me figure out a workaround. The Facebook chat isn't showing up on Restream. Hades Cryptic. The only way to get Cleaver is for opening up daily heroic chests. That's the only way. That's the only way. Yeah, the only way is to open up the daily heroic chests. There's no trick to it. Facebook chat is visible to you guys. You guys are seeing Facebook chat? I'm not seeing Facebook chat at all. All right. Well, it's working on Facebook. Okay. I apologize to anybody on Facebook right now. I'm trying to find a workaround. For Facebook. But for some reason, I wonder if we can just do this. We're going to mute. Well, that doesn't work. Huh. So you guys are saying that the Facebook messages are there, but I am not seeing Facebook messages. Chemistry Life, this is not an argument about Galahad versus Cleaver, which is better. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream also. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening here. I don't really know what the alternative is. There's an error. Well, yeah. So I don't know what's happening, guys. People that are on Facebook, I'm not sure what's going on. For some reason, the Facebook chat is not showing up. Trying to figure out why. But this is what we're going to do today. We're talking about Cleaver versus Galahad. All right, we have a little bit of a... We got a checklist here that we're going to be dealing with. We're going to talk about the #1 hero in the game. I'm sorry, the first hero that you get in the game compared to the last hero that you get in the game. The first hero compared to the last hero. So I want you guys to kind of frame... I want to frame some of the conversation around that. And I want you guys' thoughts on how you feel they rank as tanks overall. Usefulness and all that. The one you never get. Oh, this is atrocious. I'm really upset about this. Chemistry, yeah, you've already said that. Have a good day. Have a good day. Sulta said that Gala is good in crit cure team as long as Jorgen is not in the enemy team. That's correct. Should I got Cleaver within my first week playing before I even got Martha or Nebula? Astaroth is king. Yeah. Astaroth is king. So I want to... This statement right here, some of you said that you can't read it, so I'm going to blow it up a little bit. This statement right here. Cleaver is the only hero you get at the absolute star rank. And he has the highest base power of any hero in the game. If it weren't for Astaroth's amazing support kit, Cleaver would be the undisputed best tank in the current meta. So he comes in at #2 currently. This is quoted from Tim Davis straight from his spreadsheet. This is Tim Davis's words straight from his spreadsheet. Now, I would argue that Cleaver's not the #2 tank in the game. I feel like Cleaver is strong in the right place, but I'm not sure where, I'm not sure that he's the #2 tank. Do you see any chance of having a rework on Astaroth? Astaroth was reworked, Lucas, about 2 years ago, I believe. Voice not synced up. Those of you guys that are having voice video sync issues, you should refresh. I'm live, so there's no audio delay. I'm not dropping any frames. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else to tell you. D. Worman, first live stream I've caught you in a while. Thanks for joining. Lacey Leach, the shark skin is the only good thing I can say about Cleaver. Do you still hold Astaroth as the #1 tank, or would you place Aurora? So, Melissa, I feel as though Aurora on Facebook is better. I think Aurora on Facebook is better. Astaroth as a whole is just generally a good tank to have in most teams. Very good for leveling. Just good all-around tank. Probably more useful on mobile than Aurora is, but Aurora is still pretty strong. So let's compare the two, and we're talking about Facebook here, guys. We're talking about Facebook. So the things that make a tank, we have Galahad at 37,000 armor, and we have Cleaver at 36,000 armor. So Galahad has higher armor at max level than Cleaver does. Audio is perfect. Clarity is bad. I'm not sure what's going on, guys. I'm really sorry about the technical issues. Really sorry about the technical issues. Oh, here, let's do this. Let's actually do this. I can do these side by side. Videos, cameras, let's see. Here we go. So Galahad has higher armor, magic defense. Cleaver has slightly better magic defense. Slightly better. By about 1,000. Vampirism, Cleaver's got a little bit more. Physical attack, roughly the same. They're about 500. Looks like Galahad has about 600 more physical attack. Health, Cleaver blows Galahad out of the water with health, but that's mostly because of Cleaver's heavyweight ability that just adds 920 strength at max. Okay. When it comes to like absolute power level, Cleaver is 1,000 power higher. Not even 1,000. Like 700 power higher at max. So the question that I get a lot, excuse me, everybody's so, I say everybody, I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people are really tied up in this idea of Cleaver being, you know, a top tier tank. And I feel like, Foka Diab, welcome to the live stream. Welcome back. Monta HD says Facebook and YouTube works good for me. I just checked. Yeah, Monta, the issue is that I'm not seeing Facebook comments for some reason. I'm not seeing any of the Facebook comments. So I'm having to do like this weird, like side-by-side thing. And it's not giving me like really good results. You know, Galahad in the right team, Foka. Galahad in the right team is amazing. Qualities of the streaming speed. You know, it's possible that, you know, that my MacBook is on the decline. So D Warman says maybe Restream is having an issue. I did get an email this morning from Restream saying that they were having issues syncing with certain Facebook accounts. I was hoping they had it cleared up. The warning message on Restream was gone when I jumped on to prep for the stream about an hour ago. Yeah, we're here giving the Galahad a chance. Yeah. So check this out, guys. Check this out. I want to show you something else. So here's the big argument for Cleaver. Okay. Here's the big argument for Cleaver. You get Cleaver at level 1, but you get him at absolute star, right? Galahad at level 1, you get him at 1 star. So look at the power level. The power level difference between a 1-star Galahad and a 6-star Cleaver is pretty good, right? 237 versus 993. So the argument for Cleaver, the biggest, like the only argument for Cleaver, in my opinion, you know, Cleaver does fit. Cleaver and Peppy are really strong against the twins, and you know, Cleaver is really strong in disorienting enemy teams. But the big argument for Cleaver is if you can get him early. So here's level 50 Cleaver at level 1. And here's level 50, I'm sorry, not level 1. Level 50 Cleaver versus level 50 Galahad. 1-star versus 6-star. You can see the difference here. 1-star Galahad, let's say you leveled him up to level 50 and you haven't done anything with him, versus just looting Cleaver and leveling him up to level 50. The star level becomes more and more important, really just for his power, and that's it. He has higher base strength, intellect, and agility, but if you leveled up if you evolved Galahad's star level to 6 stars, they're comparable. They're comparable. They're almost the same. And the reason why I wanted to do this discussion, you know, for 2 reasons. The first reason, obviously, Galahad being the absolute first hero that you get. And congrats, Daniel, getting Cleaver yesterday. Congratulations. While we're on the topic, you know, Galahad is the first hero you get, and Cleaver is often going to be the last hero that you get, and they're both physical tanks, right? Astaroth, Aurora, those are magical tanks. They're both physical tanks. Galahad provides nothing for your team at all. Cleaver does provide the armor artifact weapon. He's got this Executioner's Hook artifact weapon, which provides 32,000 armor for your team. And then these are Facebook stats. They both do pure damage. They both do area of effect damage. Cleaver does putrefaction and mutilation. Both of these are fantastic area of effect skills that kind of mimic what Galahad does with his Iron Skies area of effects. You can kind of say the Unstoppable Charge messes with the enemy team's layout. The row. Cleaver does not damage your team. He self-damages and he damages the enemy front line. Monta. Galahad has AoE damage and raises physical damage a lot. Great argument. Galahad's artifact is plus physical attack for the team. Jeremy Meredith, I had a similar plan. I've been slowly collecting everybody and trying to get everybody leveled up and all of it. That's what happened. Lucas says Galahad has vampirism. Cleaver has vampirism. Cleaver has more vampirism than Galahad does. Vespamat brings up another great point. Vespamat 23, let's talk about that. Let's talk about his point. So he's been playing let's see. Playing for over a year, still no Cleaver. So if we look at Galahad, how to get Galahad, obviously you get Galahad at 10 stars. I'm sorry, at 1 star with 10 stones. Craig, welcome back to the live stream. 3 years of no Cleaver. Whew, what good is being number 1 or number 2 if you can't get them? When does Galahad get to be relevant? Like how much power? You know, just like with any tank, they start to come into their own around 50 to 75,000 power. Going on 2 years without Cleaver, no worries. So here's the big argument against this. Like, Cleaver is better because if you get him early, and I say quotes in early because early is this arbitrary number. Like what's early for you is not early for me. Because you didn't get Cleaver early, you had opportunity to get Galahad to 6 stars. So Galahad, it takes 630. It takes 630 stones to get to absolute star. So 630 to get to 6 star. But Galahad starts with 10 stones, right? Because you started a 1 star Galahad. You started a 1 star Galahad, so you have 10 stones. So you need 620 stones. All right. So Galahad needs 620 stones. To get Galahad stones, let's forget about special events. Let's forget about the daily chest. Let's just talk about getting the campaign. Now, on Facebook, we have bad luck. We have bad luck protection on campaign. But on mobile, we don't. So what I mean by that is if I raid this, if I do this and I raid times 3, then I'm guaranteed at least 1 Galahad Soulstone. It's not the case on mobile. So let's say I hit all of these a day and I get 3 stones a day and it's 120 energy. I've already done the math. It's 120 energy. All right. So 120 energy per day equals 3 stones per day. Okay. And then we take 620 divided by 3. What is that? 620 divided by 3 is 206 days. Equals about 206 days. All right. So if you farm the absolute first hero that you get, if you do nothing but farm his soul stones every day, you spend 120 energy every day, it takes 207 on average, 207 days. And again, we're not talking about hero events. We're not talking about, you know, getting Galahad stones in the chest, which you will. D Warman, that's bad luck, man. That's real bad luck. On mobile, you don't get the guarantee. David, yeah, a lot of people are saying I'm having issues with that. Flybone brings up a good point. Let's add that in there. Equals days and that is 24,840 energy. Relax friend, yes, the guarantee is there on web as well. Can you sub in Galahad or Cleaver anywhere? And which of the two have counter heroes everyone uses? I see Jorgen Celeste more against Galahad than Leon and Vari versus Caliber. So the things that counter Galahad will counter Cleaver to a lesser extent. I like to use Jorgen against Cleavers as well to slow down his to slow down his hook, just like I use him to slow down Galahad's ultimate, and I use him to slow down Luther's ultimate as well. So I'm not sure what we're trying to get to. Like ultimately what we're trying to get to. Maybe the argument is, does Cleaver fit into more teams? Does Galahad fit into more teams? The main thing that I'm trying to convey is I think that you can build a perfectly fine 3-team setup without Cleaver. I think you can use a twins team with Ziri easily, or you could go crazy and do like Anvari as a tank or something like that. So twins team with Ziri. You can use Astaroth with, either a Kark team or a Satori team, or some variant there. I think you can use Galahad in a critical hit team or a physical attack team. The difference between Cleaver and Galahad with Jorgen is that Jorgen can't slow the future. So that is another good point Arcana makes. Jorgen does not slow down that area of effect damage because the area of effect damage isn't based on an ultimate. Aurora, Astaroth, and on Facebook, I would argue that all tanks are outclassed by Aurora right now. You can make at least 6 balanced teams without Cleaver. Philip, I love it. Philip, give me some... I need you to... If you could message me 6 teams, Philip, I would love to include that in my video. I would love to include in my video, here are 6 separate teams you can build without it. I would love to have that. Can Celeste counter Rufus, heal, resurrect? That's a great question, Andres. I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine the answer is yes, because it's similar. It's a similar effect to Astaroth. Monta HD, 0.01% chance to get Cleaver. So if I open 101 daily chest, I get Cleaver. Let me ask you a question, Monta HD. If you rolled a dice 6 times, are you guaranteed to get every result every time? If you flipped a coin twice, are you guaranteed to get tails and heads once each? The short answer, Monta, is unfortunately no. No, it's not a guarantee. Working on getting Galahad up to absolute power, Jack Smith. That's not a bad plan. Not a bad plan. The Rufus heal revive members far surpass what Celeste can block. Oh, that is true. That is true. That is true. Rufus does heal quite a bit more. Can I repeat? Oh, Philip, I was thinking that you were planning on building 6 teams independently with the 50 heroes. I got Cleaver on my 2nd month playing. Man, Lewis, you got lucky. Carson Vizier, welcome back to the live stream. Jeffrey Parr, my guildmate and I had an interesting conversation. In our experience, if you buy a Cleaver skin, you're more likely to get him. 2 players have bought champion skin and both got Cleaver. Jeffrey Parr, bet. Let's do this. We can test this. We can absolutely test this. I don't have Cleaver on here. All right, so I'm writing this down. This is the Jeffrey Parr experiment. You guys ready for this? The Jeffrey Parr experiment. Because I love you, Jeffrey. This is what we're going to do. You don't have this hero yet. The Jeffrey Parr experiment. I'm going to buy this skin. Today is August 24th. Let's see how long it takes. That's a cool skin, though. That's a really cool skin. Gary, I saw your Facebook post earlier. I don't have any videos on that yet. He says, any videos on using auto heroes versus manual heroes? I haven't done anything specifically about that. Bob Jeff, yeah, congratulations. I saw you won in the live stream. That was awesome. That was awesome. Man, you're amazing. Please may I know what the best 2 heroes, or even what the... so the best 2 heroes, I would say, are Kark and Faceless, Mizo. But I'm biased. Kira Sebastian Jet is a fantastic core. That's a fantastic team. Oh, you're asking what the best 2 heroes for that. Kira Sebastian Jet, I would do like Anvari Ching Mao for that team. DJ Akromer, I like your videos, and I'm sure I learn a lot of knowledge about game. You give best of all heroes, which kind of distracting my focus. D, I'm just trying to spread the love. I use Cleaver Peppy for the simple reason everyone uses Kark Twins, and crit teams on most servers haven't been disappointed so far. I like Cleaver Peppy. I do. So I bought this. Jeffrey Parr. Let's see what happens. Jordan, that doesn't count. Jordan says, I spent about $400 in my first week of playing, got Cleaver the 8th day. All right, well, you're probably burning through a lot. Yeah, Mizo, Anvari Ching Mao, you might want to consider getting Galahad as well for that team. Not a bad choice. You could also sub in Dorian occasionally. Astaroth, Yasmin, Kira, Nebula, which healer would work for this team, Dorian or Martha? I would use Dorian. Mosley, I would use Dorian. 100% I would use Dorian. I had a prize box rack up in my mailbox with 5,000 skin stones, but I have no idea where they came from. I bought the pimp skin for Cornelius. Never would have got it otherwise. Monta HD, no, I'll do a video about it. I think it's a cool experiment. So I'll just write it down, and someday I'll open the chest and Cleaver will be in it. Last year I got Cleaver for my birthday. So someday I'll just open the chest and it'll be there. And then I'll come back to this. I'll clip this out of the live stream today after I finish the live stream, and I'll save the video clip. I'll save the video clip for when I do that video. It'll be a fun video. It'll be a great video. But if I get it in 48 hours, then I'll have to verify it with the community managers. But Primraj, I don't know the answer to that question. He says, do you know why Celeste's Burning Flame still goes on after she dies and her artifact buff time runs out? I'm not sure. I mean, if it's an ability that has a certain duration and she dies before the duration ends, of course it'll keep going. Cleaver Bless Kark, build rest of that team. Okay, so Cleaver Kark, the team that I would use for Cleaver Kark would be Cleaver Kark, Nebula, Peppy, Martha. That's the team. That's my team 1 in Grand Arena, actually. My first team in Grand Arena is Cleaver, Peppy, Kark, Nebula, Martha. Hi, Charlie. Do you have videos explaining how many stars when the hero unlocked? Caesar, D, I actually put a video out today talking about evolving heroes. Check that video out. I just put it out this morning. Caesar says, what happens if I click the reset button on Gift of the Elements? What happens is you get offered your Sparks of Power back, 100% refund. However, you lose the gold. So it's Cleaver, Peppy, Nebula. This is my Cleaver Kark team. D. Warman, it might not, but it's all for fun. D. Warman says, not sure if that is going to pan out. I got Jew's Winter Skin last year, but I have not yet get any of his stones from the heroic chest. This is just for fun. This is just for the content now. Hi, Charlie. How can you counter Astaroth, Anvari, Kira, Sebastian, Jet? Please, my server is stacked with this team. Helios, baby. You want Helios. Helios, Helios, Helios. Karen Yip says, I cannot hear you. Sorry, Karen. What do you think about the combo Dorian Orion Helios plus Aurora? I think it's a great combo. I think it's a good team. You having trouble with the twins? Sub in Thea for Dorian? You'll beat the twins. Looks good. I'll try that Cleaver Kark team. Would you use that in regular arena? I'm not going to use it in regular arena, no, Lewis. My regular arena team is going to be this. This is going to be my regular arena team. It's going to be Aurora, Sebastian, Kai, Celeste. This is going to be my regular arena team. Either this team right here, or we're going to do this craziness right here. Nebula, Sebastian, Jet. Klaus says, Charlie, why not Faceless or Kai in this? And no Nebula. Great question. Wait. Which team are you talking about? Are you talking about my Cleaver team? I'm using Nebula in my Cleaver team. This is my... whoops. Peppy. This is my Cleaver team. I'm using Faceless. I have to use Faceless in my Aurora team. B. Doran, other people are having the same issue. A lot of people are having the same issue. Jay, I don't think so. Jay says, do you think that Hero Wars will patch the heroes on mobile so they will be as Facebook? They won't. Why Nebula and not Faceless or Kai? I use Nebula to protect Kark from Satori and other debuff things, and the main way to counter Kark is to stun or blind him, and I use Nebula to protect him from that. I also want to see big numbers from Peppy, so Peppy on the outside of Nebula also. What's your guild's name? Shadow? The Shadows, I think. It's a little less, Klaus, the reason, it's a little less inconsistent. It's a little less inconsistent. Speaking of Klaus, I need to go do some guild attacks. Or some guild wars. Does anybody else have any big thoughts about it? Alec Baldwin was the Shadow. Big facts. Ooh, I see Galahad. I attack Galahad. Let's go. Oh, that's right. It's Pick Your Executioner Day. All right. I love pushing Galahad back and then using Jorgen, because the curse hits more people. Let's just finish this off. I'm building this team. Astaroth, Qingmao, Kira, Martha. What is your opinion on the 5th? DJ, I would level all 3 of those up. Celeste, Jorgen, and Nebula. All 3 of those have a great place in that team, but for different reasons. What is the best Kark team for defense? I don't know. That's tough. It's server dependent. It's server dependent hybrid. My server is full of Galahad, so I leave Jorgen on defense. This is the team that I often use on defense. Astaroth, Kark, Jorgen, Faceless, Martha. Have you ever had a moment in a battle where none of the heroes move for several seconds before actually fighting? I have had a couple of bugs like that. Kark artifacts. You want to do the book first for his penetration, and then his agility. Book first, though. Tina Seville says, Cleaver May I have on mobile. After I got Astaroth at 6 stars, I'm still trying to build up Galahad. Jay's hyped for upcoming Helios event. Yeah. Everybody needs Helios. Helios should be in everyone's top 15. Should be in everyone's top 15. 100%. Because of how many teams he counters. Oh, we haven't opened up the fortifications yet. Okay. Can't finish that off yet. Let's go to the Livestream Guild. Let's do what we got to do. Or Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, Jorgen, Martha. That's not a bad one either. I like that one too. I see that one a lot. Because faceless on defense is so random. I've seen that argument too, Chester. Do speak more about Helios. I want to know more about what he counters. So Helios is interesting in that he's a mage that instead of providing, do I have Helios unlocked on the server? I don't. So Helios provides armor. His artifact weapon is armor instead of like magic attack or magic penetration. That's why you often see Helios paired with Orion, because Helios has low magic penetration. And also you see a lot of Helios and Kark teams because Faceless provides magic penetration. So back to Helios specifically. Helios is one of those heroes that I would recommend everybody get leveled up. Taking a look at Helios's stats, I already mentioned his artifact weapon provides armor for your team. Great against physical attacking teams. But his skills have to do with countering physical heroes, specifically critical hit heroes. All right, so he casts these solar spheres to the front line. Solar Wind summons an invulnerable flaming sphere, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So a lot of front end damage, a lot of tank and second position damage. But you have his blue ability, which these absorb physical damage. These spheres that he summons for your team absorb physical damage. And then you have Flaming Retribution. So the more flaming spheres that Helios summons, the better. But whenever an enemy does a critical hit on any of your team, the sphere will counterattack. The sphere will counterattack that hero. So, you know, Daredevil, Yasmin, Kira crit hit teams, Helios shuts them down. Shuts them down so hard, in fact, that you often see Rufus in Kira teams now to protect them from Helios. Don't use Jorgen with Helios, though. Yeah, I mean, I understand the point behind that, but I think you're trying to do two different things anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Helios doesn't do physical damage, so Jorgen's curse isn't affected by that. Twins without Anvari or Kark variants, who wins? Kark beats Twins often. Kira plus Jet are the best raid mission for free-to-play. If you think you should do a video on that, Kira plus Jet are the best raid mission for free-to-play. Are you saying that Kira and Jet are the best for the campaign? Why? Okay, Miko Stenberg says, why Helios' Retribution strike enemy that crit Helios? It's enemies that crit anybody. The skill reads, each time Helios' allies get critically hit, the Flaming Sphere may damage the attacker with a fire beam. Daniel Pollock says Helios kicks Yasmin's butt. Oh, yeah. Wrecks Yasmin. Can I post 7 teams without Cleaver? Send them to me, Flybone. I'd love to have them. I'll share them in the video. How do I counter Astrid, Lucas plus Cleaver? That's tough. That's tough. There's not a lot of damage output there, though. Probably a tough tank, like a Astaroth or a Ziri. Strong tank. Lean in the back, maybe. DJ, I'm not a big fan of Rufus, personally. There are some high-end players that love Rufus. I'm not a big fan of Rufus, but that doesn't mean he's not good. If you can spare the gold, he's probably worth it. Flybone 100, send him to me on Discord or Facebook Messenger, or if you want to share him here, I can come back to him. Valentin P, good to see you. Welcome back to the live stream. Karen Yip, we're talking about both Facebook and mobile. You heard that Kark isn't an in-game hero. Karen says that Kark isn't an in-game hero. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Every hero can be an in-game hero, and personally, he's my #1 attacking hero, and I'm in the in-game. Jordan Popendicker, what heroes should I pair with my Cleaver and Peppy? I've got a Kira crit team and Twins team. The beautiful thing about Cleaver Peppy is that you can plug in anybody else. You can plug in anybody else. You can do a Twins team. You can do a Kira team. You can do a Kark team. You can do an Orion, Dorian, Helios team. Lots. You know, Miko, I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure if it includes himself. Karen Yip says that Kark is very weak against Kira, right? But you know who's very weak to Kark? The Twins. The Twins are very weak to Kark. And you know who's very strong against Kira? The Twins. Just a circle. It's just a circle. That's why, Karen, that's why whenever people talk about in-game teams or meta teams, it's so subjective because it matters more on who's on your server. My server is filled, this server right here is filled with Yasmin teams. Filled with Yasmin teams. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys something really funny that happened. This server is filled with Yasmin teams. Galahad, Marcus, Kira, Sebastian, Jet. I think Marcus is a little out of place there. Reverse polarity. Flybone, I saw your post. I saw it. I'll check it out after the live stream. I'll include it in my video. I need to spend this energy. Log. Here we go. Defense. Check out this defense. Level 124. Oh. Level 124, Yasmin, Helios. It's a weird team. It's a really weird team. But this server is full of Yasmin teams. And Karen, there are plenty of Kira versions. There are plenty of Kark versions, I should say. There are plenty of Kark versions that easily kills Kira. So Kira teams beat Kark teams very often, but there are versions of Kark teams that can beat Kira teams, if that makes sense. But he is very weak against Kira, and that's okay. That's okay. If Kark wasn't weak to Kira, then Kark would be all anybody would use. Topaz Blue says try to build Galahad and Nora up at the same time. Yep. Best Kira is the Blender team. Probably. Probably. It's definitely the most popular. Definitely the most popular. Bleh. I'll try that again. What about Kark, Nebula, Jorgen, Faceless, and Martha? Or Kark, Nebula... Well, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Kark, Nebula, Jorgen, Faceless, and Martha, or Kark, Nebula, Yasmin, Morgan, and Corvus. Lewis, those are both teams that I'm not familiar with. This level is 114. Probably shouldn't have used Yasmin on this team. If I didn't plug Yasmin in, I probably would have won that. That's okay. Let's see. Let's work on Faceless some more. Complete. Okay. I don't have Cleaver. Who should I put with Peppy? Osha, I don't know that I would use Peppy without Cleaver. Who is best one-on-one? I think Astaroth is the best one-on-one because he continually burns the enemy energy. Your Super Titan and Titan videos were too short. Are you planning on update to the ones out? I did not know that too short was a critique. I will consider extending them. From what I noticed, I think Corvus can be considered as the most effective counter to Helios. Interesting. Okay. Aurora or Astaroth? Yeah, Aurora Peppy is pretty good. I wonder why Mara the pet isn't used a lot. Is it good to level her or not? I have Mara patroned to my Kark. Come on. Tirok asks, how do you collect and preserve your coin? Once you get Titans to Absolute Star, you can buy gold every day. You can buy millions of gold every day. Stay succinct. Lahiro says, nice haircut. Thanks. I'm thinking about shaving it all off. Just going with a buzz cut. Yeah, I use Mara as my patron. Increases my stun duration by 55%. So that means whenever Kark does his knockup, they stun for 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds. And then at max, I'm going to stun for 6 seconds instead of 2 seconds. John Longshore loves logging into my outhouse. Is that a dig on my background? I'm going to put up my library background next time just for you. Just for you. Kind of all over the place today. So does anybody else have anything to add about... I saw Flybones send me the messages about the teams here, but does anybody have anything else to add about, you know, the argument between Cleaver and Galahad? Anything that you feel that I should mention in the video? Because I'm going to do this video this afternoon. Lucas says, I think your Aurora Leon team is really weak. In fact, there are other options with Leon that fit better. Probably so. Probably so, Lucas. I'd love to hear about them. That's the great thing about this game. There are lots and lots of things you can do. Lots of variety. And that's okay. Maybe talk about the easy counters against Galahad compared to Cleaver. I mean, yeah. That's a good point. What is the best pet? Terrarium. I use Oliver as the team pet, but eventually I'm going to switch over to Merlin. Was there a change to Galahad's function after his update on Facebook? Yeah, he does less damage, I think, now. If you buzz your head, paint a red arrow on it. like Luther. I was trying to understand something, but you talk so fast in them, I couldn't catch what you were referring to sometimes with the Super Titans. Oh, Carson. I gotcha. I do talk fast. I'm sorry. I missed the argument between Cleaver and Galahad. What were we comparing between the two? We were just, Arcana, we were just kind of talking about basically the first hero that you get, Galahad, versus the last hero that you get, Cleaver. We were just talking about, comparing and contrasting. We have this great quote here from Tim Davis that I don't agree with. And we were just doing some math. We were doing some math on how to get a 6-star Galahad versus getting a 6-star Cleaver. Which one requires more resources to make good? Not counting Soulstone star levels, let's assume they are both max level full star. That's a good one. Should put up the Superman logo on the back wall or Kark holding the... So I have a sign company working on a Kark neon sign for me. Actually. I saw someone talking about using Galahad as a damage dealer and not as a tank. Does that work? Looks like somebody answered, yeah. It does in the beginning. Yeah. Galahad's damage starts to drop off a little bit compared to pure damage dealers. Charlie, for you on Arcana, which first skin do Corvus and Morgan need most? Chester, I think you've guessed that there. I think that Corvus is going to get a health skin. I think Corvus will get a health skin first, but I think he needs armor for sure. Who has better vampirism? Cleaver has better vampirism. Cleaver has better vampirism by a little bit. Let me find... There we go. Yeah, here we go. So Cleaver has 55% at max. Galahad has 45% on Facebook. I find Galahad has to be paired with Jorgen to not get destroyed by enemy Jorgen teams. Yep. That's true. That's true. The fact that Cleaver is so random to get is his biggest drawback, considering that I have a year plus worth of sparks, artifact coins, and skin coins in Galahad. Catching Cleaver up means stopping, yeah? Cleaver is too random to be counted on for in-game builds. I like that point. Mad2G. Lacey Leach, no rumors yet about skins. Just guessing. So who will be a bigger drain on resources to turn into a good hero? I feel like Galahad is a waste of resources. Personally, I feel like he's a waste of resources. I think Galahad is a waste of resources. I think Cleaver, just like with any tank, you need to invest a lot to keep him alive. But I think the main perk with Galahad, aside from his physical attack artifact weapon in the right team, the main perk with Galahad is that he stays alive so long. But he doesn't help your team at all. So excuse me, to me Galahad takes more resources. As a new player, what are the top priorities, like the Tower or Titan or Grand Arena? Turok, that's the problem. Everything is a priority. The Tower is going to definitely be the most important thing for you because you're going to run out of gold more than anything else. So being able to complete the tower every day is going to be the most important for you, though. Do you know that as a new player, you can get Arachne with Absolute Star? Will you try it for your new web account? No, I won't be able to afford getting her to Absolute Star on my free-to-play web account. It takes a lot of resources. Which skin is better for Faceless, Solar or Stellar? Well, the Solar skin is the better looking of the two. But the Stellar skin... You want the health skin first. You want the health skin first. But the Stellar and the Solar skin, they do the same thing. They do the same thing. Magic attack. And I think they both cap at the same level too. But the Solar skin looks way better. Work Dark Edge says, when players have been playing the game for 3 years real time and not gotten Cleaver, that makes saying he's the best tank a hard thing, as every other hero is much easier to get. And that's my big bone to pick with this statement that Tim Davis made. Saying that he's the number 2 tank, he would be undisputed if not for Astaroth's support kit. Saying that he's the number 2 tank, to me, and I want to be very careful. I'm going to be very careful with this statement. This is going to be like the last thing that I really want to talk about. I'm not calling Tim this name, but I think it's a very elitist attitude. I think that people put Cleaver on a pedestal, and it's a have versus have not situation. So people that have him say he's amazing. And I just don't think he's that good. I just like, his ability to rearrange the enemy team is interesting. And his ability to do, really great things against the Twins is also interesting. But I think that there are better tanks. I just think that there are better tanks. Can we get a video on best skin to buy first for each hero? Lewis, I think I've already done that video, actually, but I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do another one. Definitely. Knowledge Day on Thursday on Facebook. Knowledge Day. Tato, I don't know what you mean by that. Knowledge Day. Is that the event? Is it a quiz? Arcana says, Galahad suffers from the Kira syndrome. He needs to be in a glass cannon lineup designed to delete the other team as quickly as possible. Cleaver has much more utility and versatility in various lineups. Yeah. I see I should go over the entire stream I missed. Finkelzo, this has been an interesting stream. It's been a lot of fun. In fact, going forward, I would like to have more topics like this. I think having a topic like this that we can go back to and debate throughout the course of the hour or so of us discussing, I think that's beneficial. Antonio, welcome back to the live stream. What about Cleaver versus Corvus? I think Cleaver is more of a main tank, whereas Corvus is more of a counter tank. We have a quiz event this weekend. Okay. Fun fact, guys, if there is a quiz event this weekend, then in order to get the avatar, you just have to get in the top 3 one time. Not stay in the top 3. Will there be new skins for Yasmin soon? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not new skins for Yasmin. How to get skins? Been playing for 4 months. Vishal, you have to go, whenever you go to a hero, you have to go here and you have to actually purchase them. You have to click unlock and purchase them either with real money or with skin stones. If you're playing on mobile, you can get them from Outland in the chest as well. I like the discussion today more than the endless max testing. Yeah, and for those of you that are just joining us, I am putting a Cleaver versus Galahad video out later this afternoon, maybe tomorrow morning actually, but later this afternoon for sure, or in the next day for sure, I should say. I just feel like it's an interesting topic. Again, Galahad is the very first hero you get, and Cleaver often is the very last hero you get. Who should Galahad be paired with? Best to pair with? I think Galahad is a nice, safe bet for entry level players. But as you become more nuanced in the game, there are better tank options. It's hard to tell new people that, though, especially when they use Galahad so much in the marketing. Out of the rare hard to get heroes, I think Martha is the best one and worth investing in. I got Cleaver but 5 months in the game, at which time Astaroth was too high up. See, Klaus, that's a nice counter argument too. Is, you know, Cleaver's too random to be counted on for end game builds. Thanks Mad2G for that. But you know, Klaus, whoops. Because the nature of the time and resource investment in this game, especially for tanks, if you get Cleaver too late, you've potentially spent 2 years, 3 years in some cases, investing in other teams and other tanks. Has it been reported by others that the winter skins have not been added to the Outland chests? Miko, you have to update your game. Once you update your game, they'll be added there. Only 17k? Yeah, true. Topaz Blue, I mean, Galahad has a great place. He's got fantastic teams. And that's the thing. Like, there are no heroes in this game that you can't build a team around. There are definitely stronger teams than others, stronger synergy, but I play on mobile and I got Cleaver pretty soon. What team should I build around him? I'm new in the game, playing for like 2 months only. Well, first of all, congratulations for being incredibly lucky and getting Cleaver so early. I would put him in, I would get Peppy as soon as you can, one way or another. Try to get Peppy. He's a campaign hero. And then I would pair him with Peppy. Other than that, he's good in a lot of different teams. Search for Cleaver. Is it Gitis or Gitis? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Gytis. Search for Cleaver on my YouTube channel. I've put out a couple of Cleaver videos. Cleaver and Astrid and Lucas is kind of effective. Cleaver Jew is effective. Good in a physical team. Really good in a physical team. Really good in a physical team. Brentus says, Chapter 2, Mission 9 for the daily mobile mission. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Brentus. Can you collect all of your tier list heroes in one video, arrange them? Yes, Foka, I am working on that. Actually, in the last week, I've been working on that. It's a big video because there are 51 heroes, and I have to do a tier list video for Facebook and for mobile. I got to do both. All right, guys. Let's wrap the stream up here. I need to eat and hit the gym. Get back working on that Cleaver video. So, thank you so much for participating in this discussion. Cleaver is also fantastic with Arachne or Maya. Okay, interesting. Yes, Lead Floyd Smith, I will do an updated Peppy video. Any video coming up sooner or later on next month's schedule? Not yet. Not yet, Vishal. We don't have the information yet. I check all the time for it. Peter says, sounds like Cleaver fills a niche with his abilities, but you can say that with most heroes. That's true. That's true. All right, guys. Time for some food. Time to feed. I can see Facebook comments. Did they just pop up? Oh, yeah. Facebook comments are here now. Ha! Finally. All right. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.